A man without a vision always returns to his past. That statement to me means so much, because when you have a vision to fulfill, but you're afraid of the outcome, you don't know what to expect, you go back to the way it was. You go back to how you used to play. And I've come to ask you today, and I want to ask you today, who are you? Are you the person you was 2 years ago? Or are you a different person? Now for me, I am someone that I did not even expect myself to be in the position I am. I was such an insecure person. I didn't know who I was at the time. But seeing that I'm growing, I'm maturing, I'm wiser, I'm much stronger, I'm more better, I'm able to make decisions for myself, I don't need to justify myself for the decisions I make, is a blessing. And today I want to speak to you from the topic of being yourself. So I'm going to start with a scripture in Matthew 25, and it's about the parable of the talents. Now there were three men, there was three men, and they were allocated talents. One of them got 1 talent, another one got 2 talents, and another one got 5 talents. Now the one who received 5 talents doubled his to 10 talents. The one who received 2 talents doubled his to 4 talents. And the one who received 1 talent buried his. And when I think about that, I think about the way in which God blesses each and every one of us according to our capabilities and how much we desire and how much we want. Don't think that because your friend or your neighbor or your relative has more than you, that you can't use what you already have. So the person who had 1 talent, he or she didn't see its potential. They thought, you know what, why would my owner give me 1 talent? Look at the other people around me. They've got this, they've got that. The one that got 2 talents doubled his to 4. And the one that got 5 doubled his to 10. That means that they even maximized beyond their potential. They went beyond what they expected to see. And I think sometimes in life, ladies and gents, we need to understand that whatever we have, we can utilize it if we know who we are. Now, in reference to being yourself, you need to know who you're not. And I think in my walk at the moment, in my season, I've realized that there are so many things I need, let me say, encouragement on. I need to know who I am. I need to rediscover myself. I need to dive into personal development. We all have cracks in our lives. We've all got places where we need to be healed. It's okay to be broken. But what I would definitely give you out there is to be yourself. Don't try to be like your neighbor. Don't try to be like someone outside. Don't try to be like celebrities. Be you. And I promise you, when you are you, you will attract the right people. I remember a video I done with my sister Blessing quite recently. She said, you attract what you are. And it is very true. You attract what you are to you. If you dress a certain way, you will attract someone that will also dress a certain way. If you are kind, you will attract kind people. Whatever you sow in joy, you reap back in joy. If you sow hatred, you will reap back hatred. If someone is being blessed out there and you are genuinely not happy for them, you need to check your actions and think, you know what, why am I not happy for this person? Why can't I be happy for this person? Why can't I be joyful? Why can't I share the good moments with them? Because best believe one day, when you get your own blessing, you would want people to respect you. You would want people to elevate you. You would want people to encourage you and be happy for you. And I know it's easier said than done, but the pressure today is becoming so severe that people are being the opposite of who they are or who they are meant to be. This man that had 1 talent, if he knew his worth in that 1 talent, just 1 talent, he could maximize it. Sometimes you need to understand that more doesn't mean that you are much more gifted than someone who doesn't have what you have. Less is more, as they say. And it really is if you know how to utilize it well. The problem today is we are so focused on what others are doing. We are all in different seasons. We all have individual races to run, but we are still being distracted by other people's races. We are looking at what they have. We are looking at how they got it. We want to copy them. We want to imitate them. But I'm here to tell you that, look, you are not a cheap copy. You are an original. You are unique. You are you. And you are beautiful. Never allow this world or society or pressure or influence make you change who you are. You need to look beyond yourself and say, I'm bigger than this. I know who I am. And nothing will get to you. Be yourself. Why? Because it will benefit you. You may not understand why you're being attacked. You may feel tempted to change for that guy to like you. You may feel tempted to come back into that group where you had fun with those girls that you thought were your friends. But sometimes God has to take you out of certain situations because elevation requires separation. And in this life, you will have to do things by yourself. Take an exam, for example. You are the only person in that exam hall, on that seat, holding that pen, writing away. Your friend is not going to be there to write for you. You can study together. You can be study buddies. But on that day of your exam, it's you. I can't emphasize enough on how far and how grateful I am to my Father, who has brought me so far from where I was to where I am. I didn't even know who I was previous years. And I just want to give this and just encourage you all, men and women out there, to love yourself. You know, look back over your past and say, I remember I did this, I did that, I was in that bad relationship, I had to cut this person off. But altogether, it worked out for your good. And every bad and good thing will always work out for your good. Never doubt who you are. Never try to ask people for approval. Don't keep changing your pictures and your Instagram and your Twitter and every social media platform for someone to notice you. If that guy wanted to notice you, lady, he would. I believe people who love you will make time for you. There is no doubt on that. And I cannot thank God for the people who genuinely make time for me, because I do the same. And I believe it's okay to cut back on people who don't make time for you. It's not that you don't love them, but I think you are putting too much pressure on yourself by overthinking about them. Why are you so faithful to negative energy? Why are you so faithful to other people's emotions that it becomes a weakness and a burden to you? I've been in those situations, I have. And I've been able to break free from those kind of toxic relationships and friendships. It wasn't easy. It didn't happen overnight. I was still attacked. I thought if I lose this person, my life is over. Oh, he's leaving me. She's leaving me. I don't have this. I don't have that. But God reminded me that I'm whole in Him. That I don't need to look to my left or to my right. All I need to look at is Him. That's why it says in His word, focus on things above and not beneath. And when you focus on the things above, ladies and gents, I promise you, everything else will fall by your side. It links to Matthew 6 verse 33, seek ye first the kingdom of God. That is how you can discover yourself, knowing who you are in God, knowing who you are in Christ, being who God made you to be. We've all got different gifts, we've all got different talents. If you despise your talent, such as the parable of the talents in the Bible, you would never understand how much potential you have. If the man that had 5 was ungrateful like the man who had 1, they would all be in the same position. But God said, no, let me test these 3 by giving them gifts according to their capabilities. Imagine having 5 gifts, doubling it to 10. Isn't that a blessing? But 1 gift can overshadow those 5 gifts, in fact 10 gifts, if you know how to use it well. You don't know what you have in you. But until you stop allowing people to define you, you will never know who you are. Knowing who you are starts with self-discovery. It doesn't start with asking people, oh, what do you like about me? What don't you like about me? In a way, it's good to ask so that they can give you their truthful opinion. But remember, opinions don't count. They're not facts. They are really not facts. It's just the way people see you. Not everybody will see you the way others see you, and that's okay. Some will like you, some won't like you. Keep it moving. Are you going to worry yourself to death and sleep yourself away from what people think about you or what they say about you. Don't do that. You are really wasting time. Time is precious, and every day will never come back. Yesterday's gone, today's a new day, another day tomorrow. Why do you need to worry about what others are thinking about you? Remember, you attract what you are, and that is what it's all about. You attract who you believe deserves to be in your life. And true people, genuine people, will see you for who you are. I wouldn't expect any of my friends right now to change who I am. Instead, I would expect them to encourage me in this journey I'm on, and I will do the same. I wouldn't want them to be who I want them to be, because in the near future, they will face the consequences. If I change for people, I will face the consequences. If I don't stand up for what I believe in, I too will face the consequences. We all make mistakes. We are all limited resources. It doesn't matter who you think you are. Know who you are in yourself. Have that confidence and say, you know what? I know who I am. I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. I'm going to be a doctor. I'm going to be a lawyer. I'm going to be a minister. I'm going to be a motivational speaker. Keep professing these words over your life. Sometimes you even have to be selfish with your time. Take away all the distractions, even if that includes social media. I took a month of Snapchat, Instagram and Facebook because I wanted to get close to God. All these social media platforms, they're good, but if you're not careful, they can become such addictive things that you may find hard to let go of. It really does become a pattern because you think, oh, I must see what she's doing. I must see what he's up to. Sometimes you have to sacrifice things, including people. Even if that means cutting certain people off for a season, it's okay. If you feel the need to let them know, to show that they care and to show that you care. Some, unfortunately, they don't tell you what they're doing, but don't take offense. Moving on, if people don't applaud you for what you do, don't worry. It's not you, it's them. Maybe they have something they're battling against. Some battle against envy, some battle against jealousy, and sometimes, unfortunately, it comes from those you love the most. And this is why God has taught me in this season not to hold people too close, to love them, genuinely love them, but don't hold them too tight. Because once they leave, it will leave a scar. And I've been there, especially with friends. You know, I've loved so much, I've given out so much, and it just didn't feel like it was coming back. I don't live to expect them to give it back to me, but from a psychological perspective, it's nice to get that encouragement back. Okay, I've given you my heart, I've been transparent to you, I've been selfless to you. Why aren't you doing it back? If we break up, are you going to use what I told you against me to fight me back? If I've told you a secret that I haven't told anybody else, are you going to use that against me? A status I read earlier as well was talking about how someone can give a 2-minute testimony and you can't even be happy for that person. But you don't know the things they've been through in the dark for them to have that 2-minute testimony. Why is it so easy for some of us today to look down on people or to make people feel that they're so proud just because they're celebrating their blessings? Being happy for people doesn't cost a thing, ladies and gents. It really doesn't. But you being jealous will harbour your own blessing. It will really hinder it. And remember, God has given each and every one of us gifts to be ourselves. I can have 3 singers right now in front of me. I would not say one is better than all you 3. No, I wouldn't do that because the other 2 will be discouraged. We all need encouragement from our gifts. And I want you to know that you are beautiful. I want you to know that there is something in you that others haven't seen yet. But as long as you can stay committed and true to yourself, you will know who you are. Remember, know who you are and know who you're not. Remember, Jeremiah 1 says, before God knew Jeremiah even in his mother's womb. He knew he knew who he was going to be. And that is amazing, for our Father to know who we are. It's not getting the approval from man that will know, that will define and let you know who you are. What are you saying to yourself every morning when you wake up? What are you saying to yourself when you go to bed? Are you a peacemaker? Can people see you and say, you know what, I want to be like this person. She's full of so much joy, so much positivity, so much enthusiasm. But I don't want to be like this person. This person gossips. This person is a hater. This person never makes me feel beautiful. It's okay to cut people off in love. Because if you cut someone off in bitterness or in anger, you need to be careful, because some people are bound to change. You may think, oh, this person will never change. She's always like this. Her mouth is always like that. Do you think that person wanted to be the way he or she was? No one is born a gossip. No one is born a hater. No one is born to be like anybody else. But it's their surroundings. That's why I can't emphasize enough on checking your surroundings. Checking your mindset. Checking your friends. Your inner circle. Even at work, you know, you can be pressurized, especially if, you know, they're not believers. It's not always easy, yes, I know. But you still have to be yourself. You have to know who you are, and you have to know what you believe in and stand up for yourself, even when you are feeling attacked. Because we will all feel attacked someday. Whether you get a new car, a new job, whether you're engaged, even your marriages, you know, attacks will come. But those attacks really bring out the best in you. They really do. Nothing you've been through this year, last year, 2013, 2012 has not been wasted. They are all working out for your good, and they are preparing you for a beautiful future. Embrace it and embrace yourself. Thank you very much for listening. Remember that being yourself is not being alone. I'll explain further. Some people might think that, okay, if I be myself, that means no one will accept me for who I am. That's not necessarily true. I think when you are yourself, that's when people will accept you for who you are, because you are you. You know, being yourself means taking time out of all the drama or the chaos that you've been through, and just realizing and understanding that it really is me time right now. I need to know who I am, and I need to know who I'm not. It doesn't matter if the person you're trying to get your attention notices you. Because when you are yourself, I can guarantee that person will come to you. It takes discipline and it takes patience to know who you are. It's not a one-day thing. Sometimes situations happen and it can make you go crazy. You feel like you're losing your mind. But when you step back and you reflect and you wonder why something happened, you'll realize, you know what? I think it was good that I went through this. Being yourself is not a curse. Being yourself is a blessing. If you want to, in this world, yes, we will have pressures. We will have times where we will feel unattractive. We will feel fat. We will feel slim. You know, spots will be coming from left, right and center. I mean, all the insecurities you can even imagine. And it's not just from a physical perspective. It's also your mindset, your spiritual life. Sometimes you will even think that God has forsaken you, but I tell you, He will never forsake you. He will never leave you. He will never do that. He has always been with each and every one of us up till now, and He's still continuing. So I tell you, ladies and gents, please, please endeavor to be who you are. Don't try to be what you're not. I promise you, somebody out there is looking at you. And I tell you, as you know, nice as it sounds, people are watching you, good and bad. Even when you're on the bus, when you're driving to work, when you're in church, when you're in parties, when you have social meetups, people are watching you. They are observing how you walk, how you talk, what you say, what you do. And I think one of the most important things about discovering who you are is your talk. Are you someone that they can say, I can trust this person? let me tell her what I'm going through. Let me confide in him so he can comfort me. But there are some, if you yap, you know there's a time for everything. There really is. There's a time to speak. There's a time to keep quiet. There's a time to stay inside. There's a time to go out. There really is a time for everything. But all that matters is that you have balance. If there's no balance in your life, you become who you're not. There are times where you need to have boundaries. Where are your boundaries? What do you have in place that you can say, okay, yes, but to a certain level. No, I can't do this for you. However, sometimes you won't, and you don't need to justify yourself for what you do. You know, I want you to realize that being yourself brings joy. Being yourself brings happiness. It brings peace. And it brings good people. And it brings good life as well. Who doesn't want a good life? The more you keep speaking negatively to your mind, to your soul, to your spirit, I tell you, you will reap those things. Being yourself does not require you to get somebody's attention to like you. It really doesn't. Being yourself means you can do what you know is suitable for you. If I see a shoe, for example, that I really like, I'm size 7, so I wouldn't expect myself to put on a size 6. No matter how desperate I am for the shoes, if it's going to cause me pain, I'm going to chuck it out. I won't even buy the shoe. Because of what? Fashion over pain or pain over fashion? I would rather wear flats if that's the case. But, you know, that's the kind of example I'm giving, because a lot of us today, we want what others have. I could have said, no, I'm going to get that size 6 shoe. I need to get it with that dress I bought the other day. But it doesn't fit me. Who am I deceiving? Myself. Because I'm trying to please the wrong people. People that may not even bother. You know? And I think some of us, we've been in that situation before. Because I have. You know? We've all been in situations where we try to please the wrong people. We try to, you know, attract the wrong attention to us. And then we realize, wow, you know, along the lines, was it really worth it? Was it really worth me trying to change who I am? You know? And even if you're struggling with being yourself, know that it's okay. It's normal. But don't stay that way. Rise up from who others say you are. Even social media, as I stated before, you know, I had to cut that off for some time because it got so distracting. I couldn't concentrate, and I just thought, you know what, if I really want to be serious in life, I need to cut some things off. And sometimes you would need to do that. Don't expect the people that you started with to stay with you. Sometimes it won't always be the case. You know, I thought that you know, the friends I had from a certain time, let's say primary school, I'll speak to them now. I don't even speak to any of my primary school friends, you know, let alone secondary school or even college. Because that's life and everything is changing. Everything is changing. Nothing stays the same. Every day is not the same. But we can learn something. And it's funny because even in this season that I'm in now, it helps me to realize that every day is getting better and better and better. And I'm learning about myself. I'm learning about my mouth. I'm learning about my character, my attitude, my lifestyle, my goals, my visions, my dreams, my aspirations. But I'm learning a lot about my character. And I know this video is for someone out there. I really do. So please, if you are struggling with being who you are, look into that mirror and tell yourself, look, you are not what others say you are. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. You are going to make it. Keep speaking positivity over your life. Because your words are like seeds. And that seed is small. And the more you keep feeding it with positivity, it will get bigger and bigger and grow into such a beautiful flower. It will grow so well that those around you will want to know, what is it about this lady? What is it about this man that they are always so positive about life? I read a book, and in that book it said, always have a praiseworthy manner, lest you do something foolish in any situation. So in other words, no matter what you are going through, learn to be happy in that situation. Whether you've got a job, you should be blessed. Whether you don't have a job, you should still be blessed. Whether you have a car, whether you're married, no matter what you don't have, don't define your riches, your success on these things. They don't define you. They can compliment you. It could be a bonus to you, but you can't say because I don't have this, I'm incomplete. You are only incomplete if you allow people to define you the way they see you. That is how you are incomplete. I refuse to allow anybody today to tell me who I am, because I know who I am in the Lord Jesus. And when you know who you are, confidence will start from within. You will start speaking in a way that is so articulate that some people will not understand. They may even call you crazy because they say, wait, you've changed. Why are you like this for? Change back to the way we are, or we're done. Bye. Goodbye. I don't have time to be sucked into people's schemes and negative habits. It really is not worth it. Sometimes you need to kiss them and say, see ya, ciao. That is it. It shouldn't be hard to cut someone off, especially when they're drawing you away from your true purpose. Know who you are and know your worth. Know your worth and know you are beautiful. Just to conclude, I want to just thank those out there who have encouraged me on this journey. Honestly, it has not and it will not go unnoticed. And I'm mostly thankful to my Father who has given me the grace to do these videos of encouragement for someone out there, because I believe it is for somebody. I've been there where I have been what others wanted me to be. I've tried and tried, I've poured out and I haven't been receiving back. And I told myself, Esther, you deserve more than this. You deserve more than this. And this is where I am today. And I'm so grateful. I'm grateful for the few friends that I have out there who are encouraging me and keeping me in their prayers. Honestly, they don't go unnoticed. I want to let you all know that you are unique and you are beautiful. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. And there is nothing wrong with you. There is nothing wrong with you. Whether you have spots, whether you have burns, whether you have scars, whether you have acne, it doesn't matter. Love those imperfections, because those imperfections show your true you. Don't try to buy so many A, B, C, D, E, F, G products and, if they don't work, no. Let yourself heal naturally. Listen to the word, study the Bible. Treat yourself, travel, go to restaurants, go to friends' houses, but don't forget who you are. Do not forget who you are. Even when life hits you hard like pounded yam, don't forget who you are. Because boy, pounded yam is hard to pound too. But yeah, so thank you so much for listening, guys, and just be encouraged and know that God is with you and He has a special plan for those who don't change. When you are faithful to God in your lowest, I promise you, He will be faithful to you. He will surprise you. He will surprise you. Thank you so much for listening, guys. If there's any other topics that you would like me to discuss, or if there's anything that I haven't mentioned, kindly let me know. You can comment below for free, as they are highly appreciated as well. Thank you very much once again, and I hope to see you in my next video. Take care, guys. Bye.